Nelson's Dockyard. Part 2, guys. And we're at the back of Crab Hole Liquors. That's where you get anything that you need on this side of the island. You know, we're far from St. John's, you know. So, all docking areas along here. All docking areas going right up here. And on the other side there, over here we're looking at Fort Berkeley. If you haven't seen that video, do feel free to check it out. And if it's not uploaded yet, it will be uploaded soon. Let's check out the dockside office. There we go. I knew there was a sign somewhere. The Paymaster's office. The Paymaster's office was built around 1760 and extensively altered in 1807. It was built of stone, brick and wood close to the waterfront on the northeast side of the dockyard. It is in sum a wooden cabin set atop a spacious open stone and brick cellar. From this office, workers in the naval dockyard received their salaries mainly in the post-emancipation period. In the mid-19th century, this structure was extended to provide additional space. Historically, the structure was divided into 4 small offices. These included the Commissioner's Office, the Storekeeper's Office, the Master Shipwright's Office, and the Master Attendant's Office in the late 19th century. In the late 19th century, the building was extended with an addition on the waterfront side to prove more usable space. I guess that's on this side, the waterfront side. There you have it. And this was the first building to be restored and occupied as a home for the Nicholson family on their arrival in English Harbour in 1947. Yes, sir! Over here we have the Nelson's Dockyard Marina office. And I'm sure we got lots of offices for Nelson's Dockyard going around that way. See the previous video, part 1, for all over here. And if you haven't seen the North Sound Crabs Marina video, check it out, because guess what? Up there, if you're entering the island via boat or vessel, you can check in up there. We have a customs and immigration. And we also have a customs and immigration right down here at Nelson's Dockyard, not to worry. Lots of offices up here, of course, for Nelson's Dockyard. Another sign here. The officers' quarters were built in 1821 to provide accommodation for Royal Navy officers awaiting repairs to their vessels in the dockyard. It is a 2-story structure of wood, stone and brick. The first ground or ground level floor is a series of 12 large cisterns capable of holding a total of 240,000 gallons or 1,200,000 liters of water collected from the roof. Very important in our country because we suffer from droughts from ever since when till now. The upper story is framed with 8-inch square posts and beams, and the spaces between the frames filled with brick and lime mortar. Of major interest is graffiti carved into the walls by Antiguan soldiers training for their overseas posting in World War II, some of whom did not survive. I wonder if I could find those engravings. It's a good thing I'm reading this stuff. I've never seen those engravings. But let's move on. Yes, afternoon. Down here, right here, we have Copper and Lumber, another restaurant. Of course, you have the public bathrooms. And if you haven't seen my quick walkthrough when we had sailing week, you would have seen this whole area, but it was set up for a stage show. So we had reggae in the park. The stage was right here. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out. And my vessel was just across here. I was hosting the artist for that stage show. Around the back of Copper and Lumber here. Sorry guys, I remembered in my last video my keys kept swinging all over the place during the recording. I have now removed them. If that was irritating you, I do apologize. And I would try my best to remove them in future videos. Alright, I think I should have gone around the front, but nevertheless, let's see, can I get on right there? Yes I can, okay. Sorry, shouldn't pass the cannon so quick. It's a nice mini one. I'm waiting to access Fort James. For the last 2 weeks, Fort James has been closed. I am not sure why, but I do hope that it's due to some kind of restoration or renovation or some kind of maintenance, as I do know Fort James could take a little touch up. So as you can see, Copper and Lumber right here. Closed right now. You know, got the menu here. If you want to check their menu, trust me, you can check them online. Copper and Lumber, Antigua. Here we have the Dockyard Museum. I wonder if I could take a quick look in here. Let's see. It's not too busy. People don't like cameras in this country. So this museum is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. year round. Alright, there's no closing. Ooh, let's take a quick look. That is a lovely boat. Well made. And in these days, all these riggings were made by hemp rope. I used to work on a boat like that called the Black Swan, if anybody remembers the Black Swan. Very similar to Jolly Roger. Now, there's a lot of information in here, as you can imagine. It's a museum, so you know, I saved the rest for if you're ever willing to visit. We're gonna keep it moving. Alright, but you know what's available in there. Lots of information. Even have a top floor. So that was just the first floor, the bottom floor. So we're back around by A&F Sales. If you didn't catch the first video, I went that way. We also have the Dockyard Bakery. That's just around the side here. Let's take a walk. The museum also has a lot of souvenirs. Look at that. Right, so feel free to come and check it out. Okay. Good afternoon. And there's a lovely lady in here waiting to serve you, provide you with all of your souvenirs that you may need, any small gifts, something to remind you of your visit to the dockyard, you know. So here we have the Dockyard Bakery, which is currently closed. And look at this, it's always been a bakery. So, the bakery is a small stone brick structure located immediately south of the Clerk House. The bakery was built much earlier than the Clerk House and at one time had structures attached to it on both sides along the south wall. Right there. And the other side. Sorry, let's continue. It has 3 ovens of various design No, sorry, it has three ovens of various designs that historically supplied bread and cooked meals for the workers of the yard. Today it continues to make and provide bread and pastries for the yard workers and visiting yachtsmen. It is set back from the waterfront, directly close to the location of the blacksmith and engineer's work area. Historically, it was a much larger structure with a wood addition on the east side. In front of the bakery are two small barrel vaulted systems. Yeah, man, respect. A guy is just telling me that they're under renovations, which I have clearly noticed already. But we thank him very much. Yeah, man, yes. So we appreciate that information. Well, we've already realized that. If you haven't checked the lookout video, you can see that up at the lookout also. You can see they're doing renovations, you know. I forgot to mention the Dockyard Bakery is also on the VHF. You know, you have your VHF radio, you just shout them out on the VHF when you get them. You know what I mean? Yeah. That wraps up the Dockyard. You know what I mean? Feel free to come and check it out. It's a lovely historic area. So, Simma signing out. Johnny here. Peace. Catch you on the next one. Say bye, Johnny. Bye. Big up. Out.